I'd like to share a little bit of present truth. I hope for you that you will see Christ lifted up, and as present truth changes from generation to generation, that in this generation we will give a certain sound. Who am I? I guess the best answer is that I'm the least of all saints. And to quote 2 Corinthians 4:13, I believed, and therefore have I spoken. I've enjoyed a great spiritual blessing learning more about righteousness by faith and the message that was given to the Advent people in the years 1888 through 1893 and onward. And as I heard, I believe by God's grace, and what a joyful and blessed message, the message that we need. Now, there are many different doctrines and versions of righteousness by faith, but we want the truth of the matter. We only want the truth. So instead of looking at any other doctrines or fighting false theories, let's confine ourselves to the truth. Let's remember the words of Christ, Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Ye shall know the truth. It doesn't say you'll know the truth right away, or that you'll know all the truth that ever could be known, but you'll know the truth that you need to know when you need to know it. That brings us to another verse, 1 Corinthians 8:2. If any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing yet as he ought to know. If we approach any subject on heaven or earth and think that we understand it, that we've got it, we know nothing yet as we ought to. But particularly if we approach the subject of righteousness by faith. Let's remember Colossians 1:26 and 27. Even the mystery which hath been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints, to whom God would make known what is the riches of the glory of this mystery among the Gentiles, which is Christ in you, the hope of glory. It's a mystery. It's God's mystery. It was hid from ages and from generations. So if we think we know everything as we ought to know about the subject of righteousness by faith, or if we really think that we understand it at all, we know nothing as we ought to. But on the other hand, let's remember, just like it said, that this mystery is made manifest to his saints. In due time, under the tutoring of the Holy Ghost, he will teach us all things. That is, all things that we need to know, and all in good time. Remember, we'll be ever learning throughout the ceaseless ages. So taking the best phrase of Colossians 1:27, we see that Christ can live in us. Don't worry that you can't explain it. Don't keep talking about how it is a mystery. The good news is that it's true. The good news is that Christ can live in you. Yes, the wretched, poor, miserable, blind, and naked you. Don't worry about your heavy load and your burden you bear. Think that Christ has consented, yes, once, to pull the yoke with you. Don't worry about the battles you will fight against the powers of darkness. Think of how, with Christ in you, you can never fall and be conquered. What? Will they conquer Christ? Not a chance. Let me emphasize again. If you wait until you understand all of the message, you will never believe. A message of faith, righteousness by faith, requires faith to accept. Remember, the devils believe and tremble. They know righteousness by faith. They believe in it. But they don't do it, and they don't have active living faith. You'll be confronted over and over in this message with human impossibilities. Accept it and thank God for it. If you understand it, it would only be a message from a human, not from an all-wise God. Thank the Lord and use the grain of faith that was given to every man and believe.